What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and if you're new here, welcome. Today we're going to be talking about Mark Hamill's Luke Skywalker, but before we do get into that, remember, hit the subscribe, like, and notification bell so you're always in the know on everything Star Wars here on the Eternal Sith Network. Don't forget to have a membership program and a merch store that you can get Eternal Sith merch on. And as always, once you're done watching this video, go check out my last video, give that one a thumbs up, and give this one a thumbs up as you watch. Let's start the show. So in a recent interview with CBS News, Mark Hamill was asked whether he could be reprising his role in any future Star Wars projects, and this is what he had to say. "I had my time and that's good, but that's enough." Well, you never say never. I just don't see any reason to. Let me put it that way. I mean, they have so many stories to tell. They don't need Luke Skywalker anymore. Now, these comments seem to indicate that Mark Hamill and therefore Luke Skywalker are both done within the world of Star Wars, while his character is still prevalent in many Star Wars stories, such as The Mandalorian and the Book of Boba Fett, and potentially even the Ahsoka series, which I doubt will happen, but you never know. Hamill seems convinced, though, that the franchise no longer has a need for his iconic character. So the bigger question is whether Star Wars does need Hamill and his Luke Skywalker character, into the fore. Like, is it potentially, being split among the fan base? Could it be that we do need him or maybe not? And a lot of people have argued or gone back and forth and have, either said maybe his story is done, but at the same time, we still have way more stories to tell or learn about Luke during this time. However, though, the announcement of, let's not forget, Rey's New Jedi Order movie at Star Wars Celebration 2023 certainly gives Luke Skywalker at least one more role in the franchise other than the Mandoverse, which will be the heir to the Empire as well. Don't forget about that one, which we know that that's going to end. But we're talking about now the older version of Luke Skywalker. Now, after his doubt in the sequel trilogy about whether the Jedi should continue having Force Ghost Luke aid Rey in building a new Jedi Order that fixes both his and his ancestors' mistakes would be a fitting end for Luke as a character in the trilogy overall, even though this wouldn't really serve as an episode 10, or it would be even a Skywalker trilogy or to add on to it. But while it could be argued that the franchise does not need Luke, a few more stories still could be told using the Jedi Master that would be satisfying, concluding the arc of one of Star Wars' most iconic characters. But again, guys, I think for me, the biggest thing is that I think with Luke, with Mark Hamill's Luke Skywalker, I think there's so many stories that they definitely can tell, as I talked about it here with you guys. I think that even with the Mandoverse, the younger version of Luke Skywalker is so cool to see, because think about it, when we saw that season finale of Luke Skywalker in The Mandalorian was so epic, was so awesome, and I think that's the kind of Luke I would love to see more of in future projects. A younger version of Luke would be really cool to see, not the version that we would get in the Rey movie that we're going to be getting of the New Jedi Order, but again, that also is another realm that we can explore as well. But I think that Mark Hamill is done. I think he's ready to hang up his cleats as Luke Skywalker of old again. With the Mandoverse, they're still touching on his younger self, which I really enjoy and I really like. And again, he hasn't really touched too much on that, and I think that leaves the door open for his character to still be played in, this timeline. I think that when it comes to Rey's movie that's going to be coming out, yeah, you could see him as a Force Ghost, and that could kind of like, be that sunset. That could be the end for his character for the foreseeable future. But I think that when it comes to the Mandoverse timeline, you could definitely end it as well with the Heir to the Empire movie and kind of be done with Luke Skywalker's character and tell other stories, because I think that's the route that Star Wars should go anyway, in bringing in new characters and talking about the future of Star Wars. But I know a lot of us still want to kind of like search within this time period and still see, the characters that we all grew up loving. But at the same time too, I want to see what Disney can do with some new characters that they can create and see, how jiggy they can really get with it. Let me know in the comment section down below what you think about this news. For more Star Wars content, hit the subscribe, like, and notification bell so you're always in the know on everything Star Wars as I have another video tomorrow. Don't forget, I have a membership program and merch store. And as always, the Eternal Sith, then, now, forever. Later, guys.